Hello everyone. Okay, I promised Shorty September TBR. Okay, but I ain't got no time ever, no time for anything ever. I gotta fit this in between getting back from the Bay Fun Fair and calling my mom. Okay, so we got 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes. I think we can do it. Shorty September TBR. Been thinking about it, and I've decided to only do it, okay, from books that are currently in my house. That can also include library books, but I'm not allowed to go to the library to get more books. They have to be library books that I already have, okay? And I think I've done it. Okay, I've made myself a plan. Plan is, okay, a couple years in a row I did a book a day, and I can't do it. It's just too stressful. Okay, but book every other day I think is workable. I think I can do it. So I think my plan, right, 16 books. Yeah, 16 books, okay? And that includes, so that's a book every other day, except for 2 books, like running shorts type books, like little ones, which can be done definitely within a day. Also, in the first week of September, I'm on vacation in Spain. So sometimes that means, ooh, really good reading time. Sometimes that means 0 reading time. So it's a bit of a wild card, but we'll see. Also, it's a bit of a stressful time in work about the 3rd week of September. Also around the 2nd week of September is my birthday. I'm probably going away for that as well. So there's a lot of things to move around, but I think I've got a plan. Okay, I know that all of these books are in my house because I have like a running list, like a Pinterest board of all the books that are in my house, and that includes library books. So I know the books that I've chosen are in my house somewhere, but I don't know where. So we're gonna go on a bit of a hunt actually. I'm just gonna take you with me because there's no time to sort of collect them up and then put them all back. So we're gonna go on a little treasure hunt now, looking for these books now. Oh crap, also forgot to say, if you don't know what Shorty September is, I will link all the stuff below, like announcement vids, stuff like that. Basically 1st to the 30th September, we're reading all the shorties. So I feel like that's books under 250 pages, but some people are like, nah, it means under 200. Some people are like, nah, it means ones you can read in a day. Like, there are no like set rules. I figure it's up to you. I'm like, you can do it to the prompts. So the prompt sheet also I'll put below, or you can just do it to like your own steam, man. Follow your own vibes. Like maybe you've got like 3 shorties you were meant to read. You would like to kill them for Shorty September. Like you do you, man. Hi, beavers. What are you doing? It's just I came downstairs to grab books, man. You was like, talk to me. Get me Kutches. It's because I do the good Kutches. Like nobody can do the good one. Hear that noise? That's her earworms engaging. Oh wait, it's doing it on your side. Oh, that's the grumbles. No one can do it like I can do it, innit? That's why you came to me. You know I got the good stuff. Okay, I gotta do some stuff now, yeah? Is that okay? Oh my god, also please don't look at my house. Oh my god, like when I tell you work has been busy, and also we just got back from like a holiday situation back home for like 3 weeks. And like we're trying to move and everything as well, so some stuff is like being packed up. Like the amount of general tidying at the moment going on is 0, and I apologize for that, but just like pretend like you don't see, yeah? Just like put like horse blinders on and just don't look at my house. First one, we got bike shorts. Okay, for bike shorts, which is a deep dive, like you read the book and then do like a deep dive of extra info about the book, right? I'm gonna go with this one. I got this for my birthday last year for my husband. Cabbages and Kimchi, or Of Cabbages and Kimchi by James Reed. Like I'm super into fermented foods at the minute. Like, I mean, I've always loved pickles, but like my sauerkraut and like kimchi love has like reached peaks in like recent years. I don't know if it's like an old person thing, I don't know, but it's basically got like recipes in it and like stuff like about fermented foods and like general like little bits and bobs. So it's more than like the 250 pages, but it's got loads of pages where it's not like a full set of text, you know what I mean? So it ends up being kind of a shorty, you know, like a sort of like a recipe type book type thing. So I think that that's gonna work. And then the deep diving that I can do is like extra bits about fermented foods, which like I'm excited about. I'm serious. Okay, so for half and half shorts, okay, this is the movie one where you watch the movie and you read the book, or like vice versa, okay? I've got 2 books for that, and it's because if I read 16 books for the month, that's more than 12. I gotta double up a couple. Okay, so first one is 1922 by Stephen King. I love Stephen King. I know a lot of people don't love Stephen King, but I friggin' love Stephen King, okay? This one is Betrayal, Murder, Madness, Rats. 1922 is a breathtaking exploration to the dark side of human nature from the great American storyteller. Okay, this is, I think, Creatures in the Corn Patch kind of vibes, you know? That kind of horror. for it. The movie looks cool. I think it came out in 2017, something like that. So it's a couple years old, and I think I saw something where I can watch it on Netflix. Okay, so the second one for this problem might be a bit of a problem. It's Leave the World Behind by Rumaan, I think is how you say that. Okay, so this one's like dystopian, where it's like these two families that don't know each other very well. They're like on vacation on this like remote sort of area, this like rural area. And then some sort of apocalyptic thing happens, which I'm for. Like the Netflix version of it looks really good. It's got Julia Roberts in it. Like I wanted to watch it for ages, but I was like, no, don't watch it. Don't watch it till you read the book, and this is a perfect opportunity. Okay, but if I know where that book is right now in this house. I have looked in all of its most usual places. I remember getting it. I remember buying it and sticking it on a shelf. But I do not know where that is now, and I don't have time to look. But just know, it'll eventually turn up. It will do, and I'm gonna read it. It's gonna be great. Okay, next one is Ripped Shorts. Okay, this one's like a mystery, horror, thriller, something like that. Okay, and I'm doubling up on this one as well, because it's like my favorite genre. Okay, so first one, we got Hampton Heights by Dan Coys? It's Coys, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, but this one is One Harrowing Night in the Most Haunted Neighborhood in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, it's a bunch of teenage boys who like know each other through like being paper boys, like they sell newspapers or whatever. And like they have just one crazy night with a bunch of different like creatures, werewolves, witches. Funny, thrilling, outrageous, and sneakily beautiful, Dan Coy's Hampton Heights captures without sentimentality the dreams and fears of teenage boys in a tender horror comedy about bravery, vulnerability, and the terrifying prospect of growing up. That looks well cute. I'm excited. Okay, and then the next one, we've got Hide by Kiersten White. I read another one by Kiersten White, which was Mr. Magic, or something about like a sort of like haunted TV program or something with like a sort of like haunted TV guy, and it was cool. I didn't hate that. So when I saw this one, I thought, bang, it's a shorty. I liked that author. Let's do it. This one is people have to spend a week in like a haunted abandoned amusement park for money, but obviously because it's haunted, bad things happen to them. I don't think more about it, but I'm down. Okay, next one is Patent Leather Shorts, okay? And this one can be either one that takes you out of your comfort zone or just your everyday average graphic novel. Okay, I bought this one for my kid, mainly. Next Stop by Debbie Fong, but also for me. So my kid and I can read it together, or I can just read it and then pass it off to her like I bought it for her. It's fine. Okay, this one is about like a little road trip. Like a kid goes on a road trip through the desert, okay? Full of gut-wrenching sadness and quiet, lovely moments. It will deeply immerse you in Peter's imperfect, impactful summer road trip. And the art that's in it is like my favorite kind of art for a graphic novel. It's like focus on faces. Love that, focus on faces, but also color. I love a bit of like color, you know? Love that for me. Okay, Shorty Shorts. Okay, a 70s or 80s novel. And for that, I'm going with Anita Brookner, Hotel du Lac. Mainly because I've had it for absolutely ages. It's tiny, it's cute. It's like basically a little modern classic. Okay, I don't really hugely know what it's about, but I've heard a million amazing things, so I feel like it's gonna be okay. I think it's romancy-ish. Okay, Edith, this woman, she's done something bad at home. It was embarrassing. She's had to go on an extended vacation, and she meets a guy there, Mr. Neville. Which is, I don't know, it sounds okay, it sounds cute. Does anyone know anything about this? Probably loads of you do. Like, lay it on me. How do we feel about it? Okay, Boxer Shorts. This is a comfort read, and a bit of a catch-all, I reckon, for really anything. But I'm gonna go with Stray Dogs, okay, because I got it for Dowie-thon, first of all, in March. It didn't come to me in time from the library, but I got it maybe May, and I've had it in my house literally since then from the library. I just keep renewing it like a crazy person. I will read it eventually. I really want to read it. I just haven't had time. So it's a Welsh one, Welsh author. So that's kind of comforting for me. And also it's hard boiled. that's a comfort genre for me, the hard-boiled genre. It says it's a hard-boiled coming-of-age story. 3 teenagers on the age of 17 discover themselves and each other during a road trip that will haunt them forever. Also, love a road trip genre. That says comfort all over it, really. It was a bit weird, I reckon. Something about a guy selling dictionaries. Whatever. I'm down. Culottes, right? This is a book that looks like it's one thing, but secretly it's something else, okay? Right? I'm gonna go with How to Survive Camping, The Man with No Shadow. So this one I think started out like online as like a sort of fan fiction type thing, or as like a sort of Reddit subthread serial type thing. I don't know, I'm too old to really understand. But now it's a book, and it looks like quite a thick book. Okay, it looks like it's a good 300 or so pages, but I feel like, because it's like squat, you know, it's like smaller than your average book, do you know what I mean? And also loads of the pages don't have like full amounts of text on them, okay? That in reality, it is a shorty and would fit on 200 normal pages. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I'm stretching it. I just really want to read this book. So this is about camping and like a horror in the woods. Be wary of a friendly man who may approach you in shaded areas. Try to convince him to move into the sunlight. If he casts a shadow, you can assume it's another camper. Otherwise, end the conversation immediately and leave as quickly as you can. A couple of my books I'm gonna pull from here, which I got for Christmas last year, and I'm really excited to sort of like jump into it, right? So running shorts is one of the prompts, where it's a book you can sort of read in a day, or a book you can just read really fast, or like in sprints, okay? So these like little tiny ones I think are going to be really good for that. So I'm going to double up on that one. I have 2 of these ones. They're mainly sort of like quite well-known sort of classic authors, but it's things that they wrote that's like less than their most famous, like less famous than their like most famous stuff. So one of them, I'm going to go with Daphne DuMaurier, The Breakthrough. Okay, love Daphne DuMaurier. Like, fell in love with Rebecca from the go, and then slowly worked my way through her backlist, like everything she's written. But I've not read The Breakthrough, so I'm excited about that. And then also, Shirley Jackson, was she? Oh yeah, The Missing Girl. So Shirley Jackson, she wrote like loads of good stuff. She wrote A Haunting of Hill House, which I loved. Also, We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Also amazing. Okay, she's like gothic sort of creepiness. Love that. Love that for me. So as well, another one that I want to pull from here, okay, for Runway fashion shorts. It's like translated. Book is translated. So I've got loads of books that will sort of potentially fit for that. Like I've got Kamogawa Food Detectives. Has anyone read that one? Which I think will be like really cute and cozy, but sometimes I don't get on with it. I don't know, we'll see. That could be like a backup, but what I'm thinking to sort of like go a bit crazy, and for the translated prompt, do Albert Camus create dangerously. So he wrote The Stranger, L'étranger, if you will, which I've not read, but which I've heard is good, and I should read it, and it's on my list eventually. But this one looks wild. Camus argues passionately that the artist has a responsibility to challenge, provoke, and speak up for those who cannot, in this powerful speech accompanied here by 2 others. Right? Am I right? Like, I mean, we'll see. Maybe I bail. I don't know. Maybe it's not for me, but maybe it's gonna change my life. Like, who knows? Do you know what I mean? Okay, so next one is A Utili-kilt. Okay, and this one is like a fairy tale retelling, or just like modern meets traditional old folky. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna go with, I was gonna go with like a proper retelling, like fairy tale retelling, but I've changed my mind because I'm really excited about this one. Okay, The Green Man of Eshwood Hall by Jacob Kerr. So this one I think is your legend of like the woods man. Okay, like a creepy like man in the woods. Lush and magical, softly creepy, and ultimately shocking. Kerr is a born storyteller. Brimming with wonder and menace, The Green Man of Eshwood Hall is unnerving, unflinching, and unputdownable. Okay, Grandad shorts. This is a book you've had for a while, okay? And I've definitely had this one for ages. I've wanted to read it for ages. I just haven't gotten around to it, okay? Richard Brautigan, The Hawkline Monster, a gothic western, right? So it's like Wild West, like a young mysterious girl, like, you know, in a whorehouse or something, you know, like Wild West like that. But she's asking people to kill a monster. So it's like mythic fantasy horror meets like Wild Western. What? So I'm so excited. Like, potentially it could go really wrong. Like, I feel like it's gonna be weird in exactly the way I like. But if it's weird in literally any other way but the way I like, I might have to find something else. But I'm easy. But I feel like this will be fine. Okay, so the last two, right? I'm gonna double up on the bonus prompt, which is hand-me-down shorts, where you read a book and you annotate it. You like write your thoughts and stuff in it, or like highlight, or like put in sticky notes or whatever, and then you pass it to a friend or a family member or a fellow reader or whatever, so they can read it, but also while reading it they read your thoughts as they're going along. So I may at some point decide that I'm going to do something completely different, because I don't know, I feel like this is the kind of thing you've got to be in the mood for, like fully, you know, and have like a clear idea. But I'm thinking, first of all, I'll try Dennis Johnson, Train Dreams. This one is apparently like a really sort of beautiful, sort of capturing like how the West was won, you know, sort of like the sort of end of the Wild West in like that period, do you know what I mean? Sort of like early 20th century. And I think that my husband might like this one as well. So I feel like if I read this one and put annotations in this one, he might be down to sort of like read it then until I have it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like, maybe I hate it. You can't annotate a book you hate. Ooh, actually you can. You can. You just put hateful comments down, and sometimes that's cathartic. This has just changed my whole thought process now. Like, this has opened up a whole world of possibilities. Okay, but we'll stick to this for now. We'll stick to this for now. Okay, and then the next one I'm going to do for hand-me-down shorts is this one, Serial Chillers, The Witch in the Woods by Jennifer Killick. Okay, I feel like this is the new Goosebumps, this series, okay? And I feel like my kids are really going to like it. So if I read it first and then put in like my thoughts and like little like doodles, you know, or like little funny things, or, you know, whatever, she can then read it with that, do you know what I mean? Or she and I can both read it together and put in both of our thoughts together, and then we can send it maybe to grandma or something. Maybe she would like think that was interesting, or maybe to one of Anwan's friends or something. But I think, yeah, that'll be like cheesy in exactly the right way. Okay, I do also have several backups. Okay, I have a house full of like potential shorties. If any of those ones don't really work, I might just start like indiscriminately sticking in backups, like, you know, regardless of prompt. Like, I just got this one recently, Kevin Barry, The Heart in Winter. Like, I really like Kevin Barry. And this one's like a sort of like Western type thing as well. Like, can I talk to you about like my weird thing with Westerns at the minute? We recently, so me, Marcella, and Karen at Karen's flat in Michigan, we watched Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman just sort of like on a whim, really. Just like, oh yeah, do you remember that show? And just sort of watched it. We watched like the first couple of episodes. And now I feel like I'm in love with like Dr. Quinn vibes at the minute. I've like reignited my love for like Dr. Quinn vibes. Dr. Quinn vibes. Okay, sorry. Yeah, but that's a good, is it going to be a backup? Okay. Also another super shorty. Okay, To Be Read at Dusk by Charles Dickens. Love that guy. Okay, Animals by Emma Jane Unsworth. So I wanted to get her new one at Hay Festival called like Slags or something like that. But I got this one instead, which seems just as fun and like a bit weird and quirky. Or maybe, so I've got like a lot of these ones. They're like the British Library's collection that they've got out now, which is they go into their back collection and they find scary stuff and they publish it again. So I'm thinking maybe The Lost Stradivarius, like that looks like a shorty. And it's a bit creepy, based on a violin. I'm down. Okay, I have fully run out of time, 100%. If you have any thoughts at all for me, anything about what I said, about what I'm reading, have you read that? Do you have thoughts about that? Did you love that? Did you hate that? Please let me know. Also, if you have TBR thoughts, Okay, what's on your TBR? What are you reading for Shorty September? Should I steal that based on what you know about things that I will read? Also, just general summer plans. Like, talk to me. Like, I love you so much. Just like, let me know what's up. Okay. I gotta go. See you next week. Next week? Yeah, I think roughly next week is when Shorty September starts, right? What's today? Sure. No, yeah, roughly next week. Okay. See you then.